It's Fierce Wolves, and for this week's video, I decided to do something a little different. I decided to paint on mirrors. So the first step I took was grabbing the two little mirrors I had and first cleared off all the dirt and grime in order to paint on a clean surface. Then I grabbed my paint and then I used a plastic top cover as my paint palette because it's easy to wash the paint off of. My first idea was kind of a garden theme, so here I painted on the first layer of grass and then I added a darker layer of grass kind of below it just to add kind of depth to it, I guess, and make it not just one solid color. After that, I had to paint the trunks and I realized that the paint was really kind of transparent, so I did add on a couple of layers and it got better little bit by little bit until finally the trunks were completely brown and they were ready for painting on the leaves. The trunks may not look perfect, but I guess not all tree trunks are perfect, so they're perfect in my world, I guess. Next, I painted on a layer of light green leaves by using the top of the brush and just tapping it lightly instead of using actual brush strokes in order to create kind of individual leaves. And then I added a darker green and then covered it a little bit with light green in order to finish the product. This one I feel turned out really good. The next one was kind of an ocean themed one, but the paint also was once again really clear, so I put more paint on the paintbrush the next time and it turned out a lot better in the second and third layers. And the only issue was the little mirror part shrunk down, and that wasn't the best thing ever, but I was mainly just trying to paint on something fun to the mirror. After that, because I'm not super artistic, I just added some green little leafy things on the bottom and some bubbles, but those leafy green things ended up becoming kind of like kelp and seaweed, I guess. I don't really know, but they're just things under the sea. I was originally not going to paint on any fish or anything because I kind of liked it the way it was, but then I decided to try it out, so here's an image of it before the monstrosity of the fish that I'm going to paint on. Too beautiful, too young to be ruined, but yet the fish I needed and the fish I wanted ended up not getting painted on because once again I'm a bad artist, let alone a painter. It turned out okay, though I feel maybe not the best. I did choose something kind of hard for my style, but here's the finished product and I still think it looks pretty okay. Whilst waiting for the paint to dry, I found these cute little tiny mirrors that I could also paint on, though I thought it would be a little bit difficult because they are so small. But in order to make up for that fish that ruined the other one, I decided to paint on just one of the mirrors to maybe try to fix it up. Here's the finished product of that one of those tiny mirrors. I did a little night sky for it and I thought it was kind of cute. If you notice, the stars are kind of hard to draw on such a small surface, so please bear with me with these stars. Here are all the finished products together. I definitely think that the ocean one is my least favorite, and then the night sky coming in second, but the garden one pulled through, and it turned out so good. I believe it was the best out of the entire batch, but you can comment down below which one you believe turned out to be the best one. I actually recommend doing this super highly, even though this isn't a stuck-at-home idea, but it was so much fun to just paint on something that wasn't paper because it kind of made it a little bit of a challenge, but it also turned out to be super fun, and it takes up a lot of time, so if you're bored, perfect. Thank you so much for watching and have an amazing day.